I'm back. Holland's got 32 tech. Let's go. Alright, I am glad to be bringing back these 32 tech videos. It has been a while, and basically what I've taken here is I've taken Holland, I've given them 32 tech, max tech, 32 military, 32 admin, and 32 diplomatic powers, just to see what happens. Netherlands doesn't appear very often in, well, EU4, like, normally. It just doesn't. Usually that area gets sort of steamrolled, and it's not easy to form the Netherlands, even as, like, a player, if you're not, I don't know, it's a semi-challenging start, and it just doesn't appear naturally. And so I wanted to do something where we, well, make it happen. And it hasn't happened yet. Like, this is like, I gave Holland 32 tech, and it's been 40 years, and there's still nothing. Ming is doing more than Holland. We've got, like, big Ming. And, oh, I think they formed the Netherlands. Oh, good for see that. They just needed a good scolding. Every now and then, a good scolding. It's good for you. I think Muscovy is Lithuania is that is I don't like that Lithuania. I don't like that. France I feel like is gonna have a hard time just because they've got a very very powerful neighbor to their north. England is expanding into the islands and the natives are bouncing around in circles. Although we do have some Portuguese colonization going on in South America. The Mamluks, I was gonna say the Ottomans, but it came out as the Mamluks. The Ottomans have done, well, a whole lot of nothing, and to be completely honest, the Mamluks really haven't done much either. There has been a little bit of expansion. There we go. The Ottomans are starting to push now. They took Wallachia and they took some of the other smaller areas there, but there wasn't a lot of expansion going on. The Netherlands have decided to completely ignore any aspect of a colonial game. I wasn't sure if we were going to see like a massive Netherlandic colonial empire, but instead they're just expanding in Europe. They're in France and in Germany, and I think England lost Ireland and just has Northern Ireland left over. Yeah, that plays. That makes sense. Shun is bigger than Ming, and India is about what we would expect it to be. There's Bahamas, there's Bengal, there's Sindh, and there's Jaunpur, and yeah, that's basically how India plays. Am I right? Sweden is eating Norway. In Denmark, I love that Denmark still exists in Denmark, but that tiny little bit of Denmark up in northern, like revolutionary Russia, and it's gone. Um, this is like one of the things with these videos. I should not talk about an area because if I do, that area will inevitably implode. Lithuania, what in the world are you doing right now? I believe the Netherlands are in Scotland, and England has completely lost Ireland. Like, I like how it's not that Ireland, like, another country took Ireland. It just exploded back into the Irish miners. Like, they got taken, and then they're like, no, we want our independence back. And they just popped right back out. The colonial game is basically split three-way right now. We got Spain in the middle, England in the north, and Portugal in the south. And Europe is an absolute mess. To be completely honest, is Norway fighting back? Norway is fighting back against Sweden. Good for you. There is a purple country in North America. No clue what that is, but it exists. Oh, it is now the Iroquois. There's a purple country, something that turns into it. That is not the first time that has happened. Shun, you just keep doing you. That is beautiful. I love that Shun border right now. I also love that it's eating Nogai. Ming. Oh, Ming. Honestly, actually, the borders for Ming aren't awful, especially once they got that southern bit back under control. Russia appears to be just retreating into Siberia, and Lithuania. Are they pushing into Russia? I think they might be. Everyone is just trying to get away from this Netherlands that is way more militarily aggressive than I expected them to be. I really thought that they were going to go colonial. Nope, they are just consuming Europe. Slower than I would have expected, though. Like, a lot of times we give a country 32 tech, and they just start steamrolling. It's got to be, though, because of the core creation costs in Germany. They've done so much expansion in Germany between the core creation costs and the aggressive expansion. That German early expansion must have slowed them down quite a bit. The Ottomans just lost Bulgaria and Greece, and then Greece just lost something. I don't know what is going on over there. North America is legit. We got the United States and Canada. Just ignore all that other stuff. Don't worry, you'll belong to your place soon enough. Somewhere is up. Spanish Greenland. I wasn't sure if that was Spain because it looked a little light to be Spain, but that appears to be Spanish Greenland. I like how Shun Mongolia is basically all of it, and then there's that tiny little bit of Shun on the other side of Mongolia that's causing it to be Shun Mongolia. The Ottomans absolutely fell apart. Netherlands, honestly, you're kind of letting me down. I'm pretty sure the Netherlands weakened probably the Polish-Lithuanian alliance, whatever they had going on there, which caused long Lithuania to be eaten by Russia. And that's just unfortunate. Although Russia does not have Crimea, so, I mean, that's kind of a win, right? Anyway, Netherlands continues to push into just consolidating their... That's a good chunk of Germany. That is a really good chunk of Germany that they've got there. I hate what they did with France. I absolutely hate that. That is an awful, awful mess. Ethiopia. Good on you, Ethiopia. Ethiopia and Somalia cutting up the Horn of Africa in half right there and just sharing. That's awesome. Air and Jenny doing solid also. And, you know, Africa, I wonder if it's because of the Netherlands sort of weakened. But you'd think Spain and Portugal, I guess they did a little bit of a colonial game. But Africa really got left alone this playthrough. All right, let's take a look. Europe is both clean and messy. Netherlands is a nice sort of solid block. You've got Norway. You've got Spain. Okay, it's not clean. It's an absolute mess. Hungary is a mess. Poland is in pieces. Lithuania's got stuff all over the place. The Irish miners existing in 1821 is absolutely amazing. Also, shout out to Brittany, allied Netherlands, and just wrote out the game. Solid play. Deccan taking the dub in India, it looks like, but Timurids were really close to forming the Mughals. Ming surviving strong into 1821 is impressive. Good on you, Ming. I love when random countries are basically the same color as larger countries and just hide inside of them. I feel like this is just a better timeline. Canada and Mexico split the west, the United States stayed in the east, and the Iroquois still got their native reserve in the middle. There is a surprisingly large number of natives still existing in Mexico. I can't tell where Ethiopia ends and Somalia begins. Explain to me how Great Britain rules this landlocked piece of territory. Oh, okay, never mind. I get it now. Culturally, I love this map. Especially North America, which still has a lot of native. And I love that Canada is just American. I mean, come on, that's how it should be. Well, that is not something that we see every day. Protestantism has been completely pushed into just a couple of Irish miners. Props to Poland being the only Hussite country in the entire world. Not many dynasties. Canada is an empire, and they have the same dynasty as Norway. That's really about it. Russia is a democracy. The Netherlands are a democracy. America, South America. It's really just Asia and Africa that are still holding on to monarchies. It's interesting, these couple of territories in what I believe are like the Ukraine-Russia border are absolutely stacked with 59 development and 57 development. And for our great powers, we've got the Netherlands, unsurprisingly, coming in at number 1 with 6,500. Revolutionary Spain in second with 3,321. Ming coming in third place at 2,802. Portugal with 2,734. Revolutionary Russia with 2,238. The Timurids with 2,179. The Mamluks with 1,707. And Norway, good job, coming in 8th place with 1622. And that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are still here, it means you must have somewhat enjoyed the video. Do make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We are still on that push to 1,000 subscribers, so every single subscriber does help us get a little bit closer. Leave a comment down below with what you'd like to see in a future video. It could be a 32 Tech. It could be anything that you can think of that I might be able to find a way to put into me watching the AI play a video game. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Wreath out.